No, you can't see much right there, but it is Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend means that it is time to put crawfish in Twin Eagle Lake and Big Canyon Lake. And it also is time to have a big crawfish boil come Saturday night. We got a half a dozen bags that we're putting in the cooler with our cool bot up here on it. A lot of people told me that cool bot would not work. I'm just gonna walk in here and let y'all take a look at it. It's nighttime. Now this was 37 degrees when I opened the door a minute ago. It's up to 45 right now because we had the door open. These are the crawfish that we've got for, how many we got that we're cooking?
Oh, 8 bags.
How many?
I think it's 8.
8? Wow, I thought I was thinking 6. We're gonna really have a lot.
I thought we only had 5. We got 8.
It's all right. 8 bags that we're gonna boil. We've been cooking like 5 or 6, so we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have to eat crawfish until crawfish are coming out our ears. Or somewhere.
You want me to lean that one up?
It's up to you.
Wow.
2, 4, 6, 7 right there. 8 bags of crawfish right there. Look at that, 8 bags of crawfish. These are the ones these are all purged and have been on ice and they're ready to be frozen. The others have never been on ice. We don't put them on ice. And the others that we put in the lake, we got 1,000 pounds to put in the lakes. There's my buddy Steve Cagle. Steve brings them over here for me and some of his buddies. And we just have a big time over here. Been fishing today, caught a lot of fish. And I'm gonna set this thing up. The temperature's coming up to 48 just with that door open. So that just tells you how quick things can escape. But we got 1,000 pounds to put in the lake. We're gonna put about probably a third of them in Big Canyon. Gonna put the rest of them in Twin Eagle Lake. I caught about a 6-pound bass out there today and had crawfish whiskers sticking out of his mouth. Does this Louisiana crawfish stocking work? You bet it does. Let's go put them in the water. All right, guys and girls, take a look at this. We're here at Canyon Lake. We're getting ready to start putting them. We're gonna put some out here at the ramp. One of the things that's gonna really help, Benelli is after the fish. There's a bunch of bluegill and stuff. Look at this snake. Grab a snake catcher. Look at this snake here, guys. That's just a water snake, that's all it is. It's got a snake catcher in the back there if you want to catch it. It's in that, right there it is in that little deal. Well, we have a snake catcher back there.
We shoot snakes.
Well, you can take it, chop its head off, save the bullets. But we got all of this brush you can see with the back behind me, all that brush and stuff in the water. That's going to mean the crawfish are going to have a little bit better chance when we turn them loose of getting in there and hiding from the fish. The fish will smell those crawfish immediately, and they will start coming in here and getting after them. A lot of the crawfish will get eaten tonight. But again, like I said, we're putting in 1,000 pounds of crawfish. A mama crawfish will have about 400 babies. So when they burrow up in another month or two, the ones that make it and don't get eaten up, they're going to be in good shape. Let's turn this camera around and kind of take a look at what's going on. Now these crawfish have not been on ice, and they're not. You see a lot of smaller ones in there too. You see a lot of big eating. Benelli, get back. You see a lot of big eating crawfish in there, and you see these that are on the bank now. Most of them will go ahead and walk in the water. Some of them walk the opposite direction. There'll be some coons show up tonight too, as well, some raccoons. They'll smell these crawfish as well. And but what we're doing is we're turning these rascals loose, both on the bank and in the water. I think the way the temperature is and everything, the water temperature is about 80 degrees. You can probably turn these things loose in the water and they'll be just fine. Because we're in shallow water, they'll get out there. We might want to move down there and get a little bit more brush. What do you think? I believe I'd dump them in the water, Steve. That water temperature is 83 degrees.
Yeah, but they like to drown if you dump them straight in.
All right. Just dumped another sack right here. We moved up to a little old cove we got here. We got a boat ramp in that never did work. The angle of the boat ramp is not right, not enough water. You can just look at all those babies right there. Mud bugs are heading into that water. We're going to dump them in several places around here so they'll be spread out a little bit. The more spread out they are, the better chance they'll have of making it. Now, a lot of fish, a lot of bass will be catching those dudes tonight. There's no doubt about it. Crawfish scent on your lures is a good thing to do. This is definitely some strong crawfish scent right here. Very strong crawfish scent. Big time. Bunch of mud bugs right there. Look at that, will you? Looking good, looking good, looking good. There's some great big eaters in there, and there's also a lot of small ones. Take them right out of the trap, put them in the bags. We don't grade them. Doesn't matter, the more they, in fact, you get several small ones in there, it means you get more crawfish. And that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. This is a couple of our crawfish brood ponds right here, and we're on the dam in between the two. And we always put a few crawfish in here. This is right by. Yeah, you can dump these out anywhere. You got. Hey, shine that light back here.
We got bug boots on.
I got muck boots. I can do it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna dump a few of these in here, not a whole lot. Really, the water's so high in these ponds right now. The water's so high in the ponds that we're standing in water right here, and we're on the land that's between the two, and we're standing in water. But I'm gonna go ahead and dump a few craws in each side, or at least out here on the bank, and let them crawl around and go wherever they want to go. Not any fish in these ponds, maybe some bluegill or something. These craws should make it really good in here. Not a lot of predators or deep right off the bat. So hopefully some of the birds will get after them. They'll figure out that they're in there. I didn't put that many. But it's a start. All right. Okay, we're over in a big flat right here, and but we're close. Water's right here. I mean, we walked right to the water. This is an ideal place to put them. You can see out there because they're going to have a lot of cover, a lot of places they can get in, a lot of places they can hide, and we're going to dump them in here, which is going to be really a good situation. And all of this there's so much for them to eat. They feed on all this vegetation. These crawfish ought to do wonderful in here this year. It ought to be just a really killer deal. This lake is the fullest it's been in really probably 3 or 4 years at least. It's completely full, running over the spillway right now. It's lightening off in the south. We got more stuff coming in. Let me see your light. You can see what we got going on here. The water's beautifully clear right here. You can dump them off out in here anywhere, really. You got on tennis shoes, dude.
I know.
Hold that and let me grab that sack and I'll walk along out here a little bit with it.
All right.
Get the end of it and walk around a little bit. Now start.
Over them boots are pretty quick.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good seating right there, I think. They're up here in just no water at all. Good situation on those, I believe. How many more sacks we got in here?
Bag over there
By the boat dock?
boat dock.
Yeah, let's go put it in over by the boat dock. Look, shine your light out through there. You see all that out there? That's all water and bushes. You think these crawfish ain't got a good place to get in here and hide? I mean, they do. Yeah, we pour half a sack into this corner, probably half a sack in the other corner. They ought to be good. Beautiful clear water. And shine that light down that water. Beautiful. I come down there the other evening, Steve, caught 10 off this boat dock. Just playing around. You got a pocket knife?
Yes, sir. I have pants on. In the pocket. I got a knife.
Here, there's one open.
Okay.
Let me see the light. I'll hold it for you. These crawfish gonna love their new home here in Oklahoma. Cajun crawfish in Oklahoma.
We're going to put about half the bag here and half on the other side.
Sound like a winner.
Oh, I ain't seen that.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. They loving it. They loving it. Probably about the same thing. Probably dumping off that point right there. Look at them go. Very, very few dead crawfish there. Really all in pretty good shape. They'll grab your nose. They're gonna grab your nose there, Benelli. They're gonna grab your nose, girl.
Get you one, baby.
Well, they're gonna have a lot of good clay and stuff around this boat dock to build up their mounds, have babies. That one right there is gonna go right in the hole right there, and look at there, backing into a hole. Backing into that hole right there. Look at there, backing into that hole. That looks like a crawfish hole. What that is an elk print, footprint there. You can see again all these bushes that grew up while this water's down. Now I'll tell you something else that happens when the water's down like this. It fertilizes, it actually fertilizes the lake. And so all of that vegetation, as it begins to rot and stuff, and a lot of it will die, it actually provides fertilizer for the lake, and it'll fertilize the lake. And you look around and you've got just lots and lots and lots of vegetation in the lake everywhere. It's just a great situation. Trees, vegetation everywhere. I stood right here in this spot the other day, right here where I'm standing right now. Caught 10 bass just throwing out in this little canal. That's about 7 or 8 foot deep there. It's about 8 or 9 foot deep right here under this dock. Dredged out. We dredged it out in the middle. But you look at all the vegetation in the water. And the fishing is spectacular here right now. Not good, spectacular. Okay, guys and gals, that'll get us out about, we put out about a dozen sacks over here. We're going to go over with the rest of them. We had about 30 some odd bags. They're about 30 for 35 pounds a bag. So we had about 30 bags, roughly, to get to 1,000 pounds. We're going to go put a dozen in over here. So we'll put about 18 or 20 sacks in Twin Eagle Lake, and we'll be good. We'll get her done before the rain hits. All right, now we put them in the Eagle. We got probably about how many we got in there?
7.
Seven, yeah.
Carry them over to.
Yeah, or we can also go, we'll put some over around that lucky number 7 stand. So let's just run over at lucky number 7 real quick. We'll put some in there. Okay, we got another pond right here. And this pond is got just simply a levee separating the pond and Twin Eagle Lake. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump some in the pond and in Twin Eagle Lake, and there are fish over here in this pond, but not a lot. So these crawfish should do really, really good in here. And what they'll do is they'll actually crawl over into the lake. Might put about a half a sack in there and put the rest in the lake. But they're really, 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 really good, healthy crawfish. And over on this side, of course, we've got Twin Eagle Lake. That's the upper end of Twin Eagle Lake. See all the lily pads starting out there. What do you think, Benelli? bite you on the nose. They'll bite you on the nose, girl. Surprised you don't eat them. Everything else does. Looking good. We'll check them on the way back. We're going to go over here and dump a few more. These are pretty much all. See that one backing into the water right there? Backing right down into the water. See all those leaves moving out there? Those are all crawfish moving those leaves. Yeah, buddy. Exactly what we wanted. Exactly. Well, it's beginning to rain. You see this a beautiful area up here. See those lily pads growing out there? We have water right here. We're going to put a couple bags in right here. This is the upper end of the lake. We're about a mile from the dam right here, so this is a great area to seed. You can see they're just going to have a beautiful area to live. Have an area where they can get away from a lot of the predators and stuff out in there. There'll be a lot of them fall prey to raccoons and birds, crows, hawks, owls, also fish, but there'll be a lot of them that'll make it as well. There'll be a lot of them that'll be able to live their life out here. You got to realize a crawfish, lots of things love to eat a crawfish, including Jimmy. It's going to be absolutely. Go down that way over there. Let me get that light. Spot right there. Yeah, there's water. Perfect. Perfect. This is like crawfish heaven, except for the predators. But they got that everywhere they live. But as I said earlier, well, them mama crawfish there, and about half of them are mamas, I'm sure. Those that burrow up, June and July, make about 400 babies. And that's why we have crawfish living in Twin Eagle Lake. But we keep seeding them every single year. We don't know how many crawfish is in there, but I sure know I caught a big bass today, had crawfish whiskers sticking out of his mouth. And it wasn't any of these because they wasn't in there yet. You look out across the water there though, absolutely gorgeous. I'm telling you, look at them. I mean, there's just no dead ones in there. The raindrops are beginning to fall, guys. Not many of them did.
Nope. I think since we started going to the 1,000, you're getting a lot more crawfish.
I think you're right. There's definitely a lot of them living, and of course, getting all sizes and not being graded helps because you got more numbers. Got a few more bags left in there?
Yeah.
3 or 4 bags? Okay. Some raindrops falling on my head. The moon was actually trying to shine through the clouds. This is an old boat ramp right here. Every place is perfect right now. Every place is perfect to dump them because of the fact that we got so much vegetation in the water. I mean, every place is perfect. This is an old boat ramp. Got a lot of gravel on it. Crawfish like rocks, they like grass, they like mud, and they love water. Oh yeah, what a great place. You see all this stuff in here, and they'll live up in that, and they've got plenty to eat on. This is like a big giant buffet line for them. This will absolutely flourish. Again, you look out across the water, you got beautiful, perfect area for everything. Raindrops falling on the water. Supposed to be some heavy storms in here tonight. You look up in the sky, that's the moon right there. That's the moon trying to shine through those clouds, and it's raining. Is that cool or is that cool? Gosh, I love it out here in the woods. As you can see right here, we're getting closer to the house. We haven't got our strip lights fixed from the tornado, but you can see some lights on the dock over there. We got only about 4 or 5 of the lantern docks, and they're stocking over in front of the yard. You see the folks over there, the lights moving around. That's what they're doing right there, is they're putting in crawfish right there in front of the house. See them moving over there? They got a mule. They're dumping them right out in front of the house. The dock is right there, the pier, and the rain. Craig's got a big sack we're putting in right here. This is that little channel that's right by the house. Of course, we'll end up burning all this brush before it's all over. But again, these crawfish here, they've got a perfect little channel right here, and all of those reeds and everything. The lake is off to the left. The channel goes up there about 20 or 30 yards. Now the fish will come up here and get after them. There's no doubt about that. Oh, that's a snake skin laying there. It's not a snake. It's just where a snake is shed. See those crawfish getting after it there? You see that right there? Right there's where it is. Exactly what that is. Crawfish are working their way into the water. And absolutely loving it. This is going to be another great home for them. They've just got such a great place to live with this high water and all the vegetation that's grown up. Absolutely spectacularly wonderful. Okay, we're going to seed the area over around Steve and Aaron's boat dock right now. The boat dock is right there. Our boat ramp's right on the other side of it. That's where Steve keeps his boats. Steve and Aaron, they're Ranger boats. And you can see again, we got a lot of good stuff right here in the water for them. We turn them loose right here where they've got these reeds as well as all the grass. That's Illinois pondweed right out there floating, which we call duck grass. Most bass fishermen call that duck grass. Actual scientific deal is Illinois pondweed. It's a long way from Illinois. I don't even know if that weed knows there is in Illinois, to be honest with you. But here we go. Benelli even muddied the water up for them a little bit so they'd feel more at home.
How was your trip? Good.
Uphill all the way, but it's downhill going back to Louisiana.
That's right.
What I said, I went to Michigan last week. It's uphill all the way, but it's downhill all the way back home.
That's right. You want to put another bag right under you?
I think we might. Yeah, we put. Well, I think let's run over on the other side of that little point right there, because that little pocket, that little cove right there. I think them little coves are good type areas for them.
This is gonna be good with them cattails there.
Yeah. They gonna bite you, Benelli. Last two. We'll put one here. Let's go around and put the other two around by the boat dock.
Okay.
That boat dock. All right, guys and girls, we're down to our last two bags. Got over here to Steve and Aaron's old boat dock. Got Texas Hunter fish feeder on it. Lots of bluegill right out in front of that. You can see we're right in the middle of the lake right here, the middle portion of the lake. And they got, again, lots and lots. They got all the Illinois pondweed. They got reeds. They got all kinds of grass. Just tons and tons of stuff for the crawfish to eat. Stuff for them to hide, and the bass will be after them. There's no doubt about that. But we've got them and put them in places where there's an awful lot of cover, and that's really, really good. The more cover they got, the better they can escape all the critters. And a lot of them won't. But of course, they're in here for the fish to eat. That's what they're here for. That's why we spend the money on them and all the time and effort is for fish food. Nelly, one's gonna bite you on the nose in a minute. Nelly said, those are funny looking critters. Get some put in down there by those reeds, another perfect spot. And that's the last bag going in right there. And so we've got the lake well seeded, both lakes well seeded with crawfish, 1,000 pounds. And a lot of them will be eaten tonight, a lot of them will be eaten the next week or two, but a lot of them will still be here years from now, and lots and lots and lots and lots of offspring. A lot of offspring. A lot of good protein food for the bass. Make them fat and sassy, hit hard, bite red man spinnerbaits. All right, guys and girls, that'll wrap up that video. I'm back up in the boat building now. I've got a got a Ranger boat in the water. My Ranger boat, my Shell Rotella boat, is still in the dock. We quit fishing right before dark to come in and watch the Oklahoma Sooners softball game in the Super Regionals, where they ruled Florida State tonight. And so I walked in here the building just where I had a little bit of light. I've got this open because I'm going to put my Ram truck back in here because we got these big storms coming in. They're talking about tennis ball size hail. I want my Ram truck in this building, not sitting out there. And I definitely don't want my Ranger boat up there tied up to the dock. So I'm going to go load that thing in the dock. We've stocked the Eagle and Big Canyon Lake successfully again this year with 1,000 pounds of crawfish. Make bigger and better bass, fight better, sassier, and it'll be lots and lots of fun. Guys and girls, have a great one out there. We're getting ready to eat some of these crawfish. We've got 8 sacks that we're going to boil. We'll be doing a video on that as well because it's always a lot of fun to watch a crawfish boil and to see everybody having as much fun as we have. Got about 40 of my friends coming in here from all around the area here, all the ranchers and my friends, the trappers, and just people from church. Chopper, our preacher, will be here. We're going to have a ball. So we'll have a video on that soon. Remember, I sure do love you.